The only thing I know about Sling Blade is the 30 Rock bit where they're doing improv and Tina Fey and I forget who plays Jenna get two characters and it's Sling Blade and Oprah, and Tina Fey starts the scene with "I sure do love these French fried potatoes," and Jenna goes, "No, you don't, Oprah."
It's two books, one cup, the podcast you won't believe, where two books enter and one book leaves. One winner, one cup, one loser, one cup, or something like that, something like that, something like that, something like that.
Welcome to Two Books, One Cup, a show where someone's going to argue against someone else about two different things. We'll decide what the best thing is.
Something like that.
Something like that. I'm Gertie Nuzzles. Hello. This is my maybe mute co-host, Elton, from Elton Reads a Book a Week.
Hi, how are you? I'm just doing that the whole time now. Hi, how are you? Hello. What was that about?
I feel like it can be something. Yeah.
I can do that.
God.
I can keep going.
It's kind of like having a Sesame Street Muppet on the show.
Hell yeah.
I feel like we have Gretchen's boyfriend, maybe.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know she smokes too much. Her cigarettes are getting way too expensive.
It's the Amish man.
You keep telling her to roll her own, and she just won't do it.
I buy it.
Roll your own.
The Amish are selling weed now. So I think Gretchen could have met a pot-smoking Amish.
There you go. That's how I made my trailer money. I got myself a nice used RV selling dope. That's what I did.
I just love the idea of the Amish. They probably don't celebrate the use of like marijuana or anything, so he would have to be like under the table, kind of like he gets done at the woodworking shop, and then he's like, "I'm gonna go be out in the fields for a while."
They're selling pre-rolls at the farmer's market.
They're selling what?
Pre-rolled at the farmer's market.
Nice, dude.
Right next to the
really?
shoe. Right next to
Or
the
just
shoe
other
fly
dirty
pie.
hippies.
No, the Amish, yeah.
Holy shit!
Love that for them.
The Amish has changed. Do they like wear nice shoes now and stuff? Like,
No, they're still wearing the same stuff.
Air Force
but,
Ones.
They sell drugs like 90s gangster kids. They got starter jackets in their round hats. And like,
yeah,
they beat up people for Air Jordans. You know how that goes.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways,
Here we have our two contenders.
Yes.
We have Ben from Words About Books. Hello, Ben.
hello. It's been a while.
We have my... Huh?
It's been a while since we did one of these. I forget where Gretchen is. I hope she's all right.
We have a list that we keep. So we'll run through that
Yes.
right after I introduce our second contender, Glen Nuzzles
from the what podcast?
from Nuzzle House.
And
Nuzzle
also
House
Successful Marriage.
Network. And our successful marriage.
That one shouldn't forget about when hosting. Just saying.
I've been awake for about 45 minutes.
Oh.
You guys are kind of working from opposite ends of the sleep spectrum here.
Yeah. Exactly. Let me pull up what Gretchen has been doing and see if we can catch ourselves up.
She's been keeping the house nice and quiet. There's been no noise. I like it.
No,
Wherever she is, she's not talking to me, and that's all that matters.
You sound like Dr. Girlfriend.
Oh, that's true.
There it is. Dr.
Man,
Girlfriend.
I had a hard time in my life, in a pretty bad marriage and really unhappy, but also like sitting there dealing with like holding the kid that's colicky and constantly crying for like 6 hours while I'm trying to watch Venture Brothers. And I emotionally started to find Dr. Girlfriend attractive, where I was like, I mean, I don't think the voice would bother me. I think that she'd be great and we'd be really good together. And then I realized, like, I'm in a really bad marriage. I am very lonely.
all right, are we ready for some cup history?
I'm ready.
Okay,
Always
so
ready. I'm doing
Elton
that.
found the cup.
I'm doing that. Yeah.
You're doing that.
I'm doing it.
No, I'm
with the voice.
I'm liking the persona.
I'm doing it.
You're doing it just like when you found the cup behind the
Doing
Wendy's.
Doing it and doing it well.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you got the dance? Do you got the dance to go with it? You can practice that later. Okay.
I will.
It sounds like Bill Gates and Elon Musk were really running you down, trying to beg to have that cup, just like they begged to go to Epstein Island. Has
I
a
was
wooden
gonna say,
base.
that bit of the cup history aged like fine wine.
I know. It feels like it's been a decade since we last recorded one of these. It has a wooden base where Caesar had carved his name into it and peed on it just a little bit, just for seasoning. I won the cup, and I bedazzled it. Elton won it back, coated it in nickel for $20, and then Glen finally won it, and that is where he tied a woman named Gretchen to it. Fabulous woman. Elton tried to release Gretchen to Canada for better health care and put some Rolex parts around the rim of the cup that he got from putting a Rolex on the train tracks. But Glen, at my behest, because he's a good husband, went and got Gretchen back because I love her. And that was a good thing because she was starting to become a little bit of a cult leader. We don't need more of those. Then got Gretchen in the cup after they hiked the Appalachian Trail. Right. Went to the wrong deli hostel. Gretchen was taken by the hill folk. And nothing happened to the cup itself. But it is a little bit cursed now. So if it's by a cow, it'll curdle their milk, right? Right in their udders.
Indeed.
Does that sound about right? And then Ben and Elton co-won, and they took Gretchen to Hershey Park, and they got it all covered in chocolate. But Putin had bugged Elton. Oh, I forgot this happened. And Elton told him to look in Poland for the cup, but actually he had it.
That's right.
And had Putin's messages engraved around the base while Gretchen was chained to it. Then sent it to the wrong... Oh, and then sent it to the wrong Gertie. Tiny Gertie. Out in Phoenix. So I paid for her to come back via train with the smoking section. I splurged on that smoking section. And then Glen became in possession of the cup, put it outside with candy for the kids on Hubert H. Humphrey's Night of Ghouls, as we all know, the famous holiday that we celebrate and love.
The actual holiday.
And then the actual holiday, yeah, that we celebrate here in Minneapolis. And then Gretchen got abducted by cryptid hunters. So the cup went missing. But it looks like Ben won the cup last time. Ben, are you in possession of the cup?
Yeah, because we had to do a bit of a double cross with the cryptid hunters. We were going to exchange a Jersey Devil we found in a package of Taylor ham for Gretchen, but you told us we weren't allowed to do that. We had to respect the devil, and so we went in. I think we gave them like a Tasmanian devil plushie. They found out. We had to shoot our way out of there. But long story short, we got Gretchen the devil and the cup. So,
Hey.
Long story short, yeah, we're just gonna cut out the interesting part. Wow, what a journey!
yada,
All right,
yada.
we've got the
There's-
cup.
Yeah.
Wait, is the Jersey Devil wait, hold on, I gotta fix that. Is the Jersey Devil chained to the cup?
You just
I
gotta
didn't
keep this
change
I'm gonna
any
keep it
additional
going. That's
creatures to the cup. But we could. I mean,
No, the Jersey Devil needs to fly free in the Wharton State Forest.
well, fine.
Yeah, can you hold a Jersey Devil? I didn't think that was a possibility.
No, they're
Sure.
big.
Well, it has
Well,
to be
you
small
can
at some point.
you can hold, stroke its face lovingly.
That's it.
You can hold it, but you can't, palm it.
You can care for a devil, but you can never really own it. That's it.
Exactly.
You can love
Yeah.
it, but you gotta set it free. And if it comes back,
Is the devil
the devil is
also
yours.
tied to the cup at this point?
Just like
Is there a
Jersey.
Gretchen and a devil that come with the cup if I were to win today?
Well, there's a curse. There's a Jersey. Well, there would have been a Jersey Devil if it wasn't freed, and then an old lady.
I don't think we've chained. I don't think we've chained the devil, but I think the devil's developed a liking for Gretchen. He might fly her up there.
She was great with my kids, and she helped us in our marriage. Like I can see that. I can see why the devil would be tied to her, kind of.
Has anything changed about the cup itself? Had you added anything to it?
The bullet holes from the gunfight.
There's a bullet hole and a burn. So in the gunfight, Elton's crack about Poland didn't fly with Putin, and he tracked the cup to the cryptid hunters, fortunately. So there was a little bit of drone striking, a little bit of gunfire.
Sounds like a Mexican standoff kind of thing, maybe Russian.
Yada yada. So there's
always ends.
There's a bullet hole. We'll have to get a metallurgist in to repair the cup. I think that's what I'll be doing if I don't know. Maybe they can work on the curse. Maybe we can get like a metallurgist and an alchemist or something. And,
that is the same person.
Curse. Do you have to get like a bishop involved or something? What religious avenue are you going to go down to get rid of a curse?
Wait, would you have to?
It's an Appalachian curse, so I don't know if you might need that old magic.
I do know. Oh fuck! What do they call him? Powwow man.
Shamans.
The Pennsylvania Dutch. The Pennsylvania Dutch have a powwow man, which is like a hedge wizard.
Does he wear a shirt that says "Powwow Man"?
So you're going to get a.
How do you know? Do you have a headdress?
Well, you don't.
No, it's not one of those.
Stole the term.
Oh.
It's just racist. Just stealing the term is all they did.
It's not.
So it's cultural reappropriation, man, or what is that?
We could talk to one of them. We'll see. I'm sure we can.
Do you think in this day and age that you'd ask them, like, oh, hi, are you a powwow man? Like, we don't really call ourselves that anymore.
We just call ourselves wow
we've
man.
Moved on.
Wow. It's going to be an awkward thing where I go in there and I'm like, I'm looking for an elder of the community.
There you go.
A master of certain herbal arts.
Where this a few hundred years ago would have possibly been burned at a stake of some kind. And they're like,
I like that you're doing
right
this
here.
like in a convenience store, and they're just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Why don't you leave the store? You have to like convince them that you're not a cop, or you're not. You're not sitting there with like the Hammer of Witches book on you. As you're walking.
Looking around, all shifty-eyed.
Yeah.
Got any witches?
You're looking for the.
I think
the
I think they
powwow
take
man.
milk. They take milk curdling pretty seriously. So I think if we tell them that, they might.
Yeah.
They might help us.
Deep in dairy country. Yeah. All right. Ben, what is your topic today that you're going to be?
I chose a topic, yeah. So I have a thing that I think might be the best. I, as some of you may know, have been doing a course on Old Norse language. I'm looking at reading the ancient myths in their original language. And I thought it's been a long time since we've done a proper book on this. And I'm still not ready to take that leap. So I'm going to do like a little wisdom poem from our Old Norse sources. I am going to say that the best thing is Hávamál. It is an Old Norse wisdom poem. It means the words of the High One, which in this case is heavily implied, if not confirmed, to be Odin. And it's in the tradition of wisdom poetry. If you weren't godless heathens, you might know Ecclesiastes. It's a listing of like sayings and advice that's meant to just help one lead a good life. And so I'm thinking, whatever questions the group comes up with, I'm going to attempt to draw from the wisdom of Odin himself and answer you with a quote from the actual Hávamál. And I have with me, I have the big Poetic Edda, which contains Hávamál, and I, of course, have a book specifically about Hávamál. So,
Well. Go ahead, Gertie. Ask me to introduce mine.
Glenn, would you be so kind as to introduce your topic?
Yeah, I'd love to. Ben makes a great point. Ben, you know what? Before we enter the field of battle, I'm going to acknowledge you as someone that I consider. It's cute because I'm saying I consider you my equal. You know, but whatever. But, it makes you feel good, and it makes me look great. That it's like you're somebody that's worthy. You're somebody that it's worthy for me to go into battle with. So I'm kind of symbolically shaking your hand right now and saying yes. You know what? You're right. We haven't done enough books on the two books, one cup, the actual namesake of the show. So I picked a book, and unfortunately, it is so much better than yours. Whatever, nerd, yours is boring. Mine is fucking Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's the series. It's a lit RPG from 2020, and they're making a fucking TV series out of it. Good luck with Odin getting a TV series out of his bullshit. I'm fucking ready to go, dude.
He's had a couple. No, in all seriousness, I'm actually excited about this. I know nothing about Dungeon Crawler Carl other than what you've told me, and that it is like Court of Thorns and Roses for men. Like, all I know is like it has exploded.
Yeah, it's an anomaly. I mean, off the side, dropping my little routine. I don't get why people like this shit, but it is literally men are clamoring. And I heard about this from a cousin of mine that works for Homeland Security. And he's like, dude, I think things are probably stressful for you, huh? And I'm like, yeah, things are pretty stressful over here. And he's like, this book is so dumb, you're going to love it. And he's like, I'm up to like book 7. And I'm like, there's 7 of them? So I started reading the first one on his recommendation because it was a kind act from someone at Homeland Security.
I've been interested in it because I like those lit RPG, light novel things. I mean, I like the idea of them. Mm-hmm. I've read one of them on Words About Books, Beware of Chicken, and they've all been after me to read Dungeon Crawler Carl, and we're going to have to do it at some point. So I'm interested to see where this goes. I think Odin probably has a little more depth, but he is crawling that dungeon, and we all know that can get pretty deep. So
I don't know if Odin keeps track of all the stats for everyone he encounters. And also, is there loot? And what is the loot? And list out every piece of loot.
Oh, it's one of those. Okay.
Let's get into the show.
Backseat hoster. Let's talk about a chicken soup for the soul kind of approach. And I want to hear how you think your book, the Hávamál, or the poem, is going to soothe the soul of someone in pain.
Well,
is anyone noticing that our judge actually has a copy of Chicken Soup for the Soul?
At arm's reach?
Yeah, it's really sad.
He has admitted that he's Jewish. I think it's just kind of something everyone needs. When I dated that one Jewish woman for all through high school and college, everyone has a copy of that.
It was also the 90s, though, so yeah, everyone had a copy, but...
Did they?
The year of our Lord 2026, you can just reach out and grab one.
I heard that, well, I got this at the auction, but I heard that if you ever want to possibly think about maybe doing yourself in, this will help get you there. That's what I heard.
Get you out of that mindset, or...
No, get you to do it if you're too scared.
Yeah, no. You'll be like, oh my God, there's so many sad souls in the world that write these stories. Why would I want to live among them? It's time to go.
I like that you're sitting in an empty warehouse trying to use a twig because you got a shotgun in your mouth. You're trying to use a twig to push the trigger because you can't reach with your finger or your big toe.
Buddy. Big toe.
Yeah, whatever, big toe. But it's just like all of a sudden you're like, I don't know, I think I'm too scared to do this. And then you look over at the Chicken Soup for the Soul, open up a passage.
You nod.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I can do this.
And I put that in the note of all the books that were here for me. This helped get me across the line.
Kiss death's sweet lips. Thanks to the author of Chicken Soup for the Soul.
Thank you for the sweet release, authors of Chicken Soup for the Soul.
I think I kind of lost the thread. What was what was the question again?
The question.
In a Chicken Soup for the Soul kind of way. I was releasing you from this
for a soul in pain. Right. How is the Hávamál soothing them?
Well, it offers a lot of good advice for a soul in pain. Just a taste of its wisdom. It is a long and crooked walk to a bad friend, even if he lives nearby. But it's an easy road to a good friend, no matter how long the journey. And I think we should all sort of think about that as we're looking at our Chicken Soup for the Soul moment of, what connections have we made? Have you checked in on people lately? So I think really it's about
all the
how you connect to other people.
On the way. All those crooked roads. The long and windy ones.
Is the Hávamál is it just a collection of like zingy little one-liners that you'd find in a fortune cookie?
So kind of, and also it is profoundly cynical. Like,
how so?
I don't know how much you know about Norse myth. Odin's not like the best guy. So he gives you some advice, but it's usually like it's also kind of mean. Like, I'll give you another one.
Yeah, some tough love.
You will say plenty of nothing with all your talking if you never close your mouth. A hasty tongue, unless it's disciplined, often earns its owner punishment.
So true.
A stupid man thinks he knows everything if he hides himself in a corner, but he doesn't even know what he'll answer if men ask him questions. It's best for a fool to keep his mouth shut among other people. There's a lot about that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of judginess in there.
Oh, he does judge the living and the dead, so...
In the dead.
You get him on both ends.
In his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
You get him coming and going.
All right.
I can tell you a little bit about it. I actually took a note. So it's kind of divided into about 5 sections. If you're interested, there's the gestatháttar, which is the guest part, which is where he actually talks about what is expected of a good host and what is expected of a good guest. There's the Domni Odins, which is Odin's love adventures, which is deeply cynical. I think one of those is women will be unfaithful to men and men lie to women. That's what he has to say about that. There's Lodvafnismal, words for Lodvafnir. There's a guy who shows up halfway through that he just starts talking to. Runatal, tally of the runes. He knows some runes. And this is a toughie. Yothatal, the tally of spells. There's a list of spells he knows. That one was kind of added in at the end, and that's kind of how the wisdom of Odin always goes. It's like 3 things you asked for and 2 things that the old man just kind of wandered off into.
I know something about this. Do you want to know about this?
I kind of like the idea. So sort of like the Bible and everything else, it's kind of just written by other people following the same lore sort of idea. I imagine
like
this is probably...
compendium of culture.
Yeah. So in this case, it's probably, somebody was writing this. Like there's a lot of like verbally passing stories around kind of thing. And finally someone's like, I actually know how to write, so I'm going to put this all down. And so they do, but it turns out to be a guy who's just like, I also want to talk a little bit about how I used to get laid a lot, so I got my sex adventures. Also, I know some spells.
You can tell from the manuscript, there's actually a point where it's all written in the manuscript we have left, the Codex Regius, by one hand. It's one person who wrote it, but there's a point where he obviously starts copying from another manuscript because he just starts changing the way he spells all the words he's been spelling consistently up until this point.
Oh, really? That's funny. Yeah. Well, I think we have to take a break. The dog's whining.
I'll take him out. No, it's fine. Big boy, did you eat your dinner?
I didn't know until recently that before people sat down to write out all the New Testament stuff, I didn't know this, and so suddenly I'm like, oh my god, everything makes sense now. there apparently was just a list of quotes that they claim Jesus made. And that was going around.
Yeah.
And it's called Q. And I'm like, what? It's called Q. And so the Q drops from like 2016 and stuff is done the same way, where it's just like little quotes, little cryptic sayings. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Now it's even more fucking embarrassing than I thought it was back when I was living through it. And so anyways, that's the reason why Mark, Matthew, Luke, whatever, they're all taking from the Q thing, but they keep changing the scenarios where Jesus said these quotes, which I didn't really know that. They would explain why there's so much inconsistency with him talking about whatever quote, but he's like in a hill on one of them, and another one he's in a town saying these quote. And I was like, oh, so they all just got source material and just made up their own little fan fiction around it. They didn't ship anybody.
Well, yeah, I think it's Mark is the oldest.
Yeah, my favorite one.
Yeah,
Jesus is so crabby.
They talk about, I've heard how they all draw from the same sayings text. And then it seems like somebody wrote Mark, and then somebody else is like, well, not quite. And like they kind of influence each other.
Mm-hmm.
But then
I was always partial to Ringo. But,
We're back.
Ben left off giving chicken soup for the soul examples, and then we'll take it from there.
From the falafel.
Yeah. Ben, was that everything you had to say about how the Hávamál could soothe the soul, or?
I mean, there's immense ways it can, and I think we'll get into a few more as we go on.
Okay, but you're ready to relinquish your turn.
I'm ready to hear how Dungeon Crawler Carl can soothe the soul.
Good volley right back into Glen's court.
Mm-hmm.
What say you? You're a soul in pain. All you have is Dungeon Crawler Carl.
What say you?
I hate reading. I think books are stupid. They're made for nerds, okay? Nerds! I don't like books. Books are for dorks. I hate it. So, when my cousin says, hey, you having a rough time? This book's a good little escape. And I said, all right, fine. So I got my e-reader, and I downloaded the thing. And then I said, okay, I'm going to read this thing. And guys, it is a roller coaster ride. So much fun. Not like reading something from some old Norse god or a old pervert man that wrote this Norse god's book. No. This is a guy who's alive today, and he doesn't want to talk about his sex exploits, and also that he knows magic, and here's a couple of the spells I know. No, instead, he writes about aliens that come down to Earth. They are called the Borant Corporation. Earth has had a period of time where you can do what you want, but now we're going to take over, and we're going to mine your planet for minerals, and we're going to kill all of you. But they kill everybody, but they leave some people alive, and those people have to be part of a giant RPG game for entertainment. It's broadcast all around the galaxy for everyone to watch, and it's kind of like, I don't know, any like singing competition show. Let me give you a little backstory. First of all, this is part of the lit RPG genre of fiction, and that's just literary role-playing games. Most notably, in 1993 in Japan, made a big success with a manga called Magical Circle Guru. So, yes, that Magical Circle Guru that you're all thinking about, that is what really kicked this off back in 1993, and people fucking love this genre, dude. So then Dungeon Crawler Carl came out in 2020, and just took off from there. They're going to be a television series. It's great escapism. He's going to make 10 books total, which I totally understand, and it's not repetitive and monotonous at all. It's a great idea, and I think he should make 20. Why not? Because people love this shit, and that's where I stand with my book.
Yeah, but
so your argument is that its benefit to the soul is that it's escapism.
It's fun. Do you want to have fun, or do you want to think? Do you want to sit around and think, oh, life is bad, you're going to think about it more and put it in context or something? No, fuck that shit, dude. This guy runs through a dungeon with a cat that talks. I'm done. That's it. I could just end the show right now. I don't have to say anything
has two
else.
ravens that bring him news of the world.
Well, yeah. Counterpoint.
He has two ravens.
Hugin and Moonin.
You just hear me go, like I do a spit take. Oh, shit, I didn't know about that.
I didn't know about the ravens.
Hugin and Moonin, thought and memory. They fly the world over and come back to Odin at night.
Hugin and Mugen?
Hugin and Moonin.
Oh, that's a very Norwegian thing going on there. Yeah. Hugin
and Moonin.
Hugin and
surprising.
Yeah. And they bring him news from all around the world. And though he fears for thought, he fears more for memory, that it won't come back to him one day.
Wait,
because he's an old man.
Crows.
They're ravens. They're bigger than crows, but they sound a lot less intimidating.
Yeah, they're
They slap around crows. Thank you very much. They're like.
He also has two wolves, Gary and Frankie.
Gherkin and
Gary.
Merkin.
Mine's got a cat called Princess Donut. It's the ex-girlfriend's cat. It became sentient after eating an enchanted pet biscuit in the game, and then now is a talking cat that has great skills and is a great companion to have help you fight in the
Princess Donut.
Yeah,
Wow.
Princess Donut.
I mean, that is
It's not stupid. It's fun.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's fun.
And it's
Guys,
on the
I like to
Homeland
have
Security reading list. So, I mean.
Yeah, I know. I wonder if these guys at Homeland Security are passing these books around.
I don't think there is a single person who has read Dungeon Crawler Earl who has not gotten the recommendation from their cousin.
That's probably true. Rarely at the library, you're like, I'd like to read some like fantasy or fiction, and they're like, there's all these classics you can go through. And they're like, okay, get closer, come here, shh, don't talk to anyone. I got Dungeon Crawler Carl. I got the first one. Do you want to get into this? Are you ready to get into this? At the librarian, and it's like, okay.
I'm realizing
like I haven't even put it in the main system because once it's there, it's gonna get checked out.
Snap.
You gotta get
never gonna
in
see
on the
it.
bottom level here, dude.
Well,
You're
what
gonna be
about
on
the
hold
ebook
for
for the library
months.
system? You're never going to get it.
I've realized I've seen this written so many times, and I've never said Dungeon Crawler Carl, and that is really messing me up.
Dungeon Crawler.
Why?
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
It's a mouthful. Yeah.
Comes noises after you say
Crawler
it.
Carl
Dungeon
is something I
Crawler
have
Carl.
to take very slowly.
I don't know. I'm thinking like after I finish all of the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, I'm probably going to get Magical Circle Guru because it's like apparently a big hit. It's the one
On
we all know.
God, as the
Go back to
children
the
say, I would recommend Beware of Chicken.
On God, he says. Wow, that's a serious
And
thing
that
to
God
bring
is
in.
Odin.
Oh,
I love that I
Odin.
can't get anything past you when it comes to Japanese culture because I had mentioned, I forget where, not on Twitter, I don't think, but I forgot the name of it. It's a video game that my daughter talked me into playing.
Persona.
Persona 5. And then you're like, yeah, my wife told you to watch out. It gets real creepy right in the beginning. And I was like, what does that mean? Until I got there and I'm like, oh, God, there's like a pedophile gym teacher.
And he's
and
a
everything,
worm.
and I have to fight him. And all of the scenes when you're fighting him have like little girls dancing in like bikinis. It was terrible.
Yeah. They different standard for offense in Japan.
Yeah, they do. God bless them. Okay, host, it's off the rails.
it's off the rails.
I thought we were having a good time.
Yeah.
All
No,
right.
this is not a good time. We
Our
gotta keep
souls are
chugging along.
soothed. Our souls are soothed,
As chicken soup
We're-
would do.
as chicken soup would
Yes,
do.
yes.
Scalding hot chicken
Noodly,
soup
noodly, brothy.
all over your tender
your,
soul.
your mouth holes. Your tender soul's mouth holes.
You say holes, mouth holes, like there's more than one? Do you think a butthole's a mouth?
No, but your nose is connected to
type
your
of mouth.
throat, so I mean, it could be a mouth. If you,
I'm
Which
talking to a
is
guy that thinks a
also
butthole's a
connected to your butthole. It's one tube.
yeah, it's one too. Wow,
One tube.
People are just a two.
that's deep.
We are,
We're a mech
basically.
suit for a tube.
A mech
I
suit
fully
for a
believe
tube.
this. Yeah, that we're just a mech suit for our gut bacteria, and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's gone too far.
Man, that's
All right,
God, I love you.
that is deep.
back to Ben. Nope, we just finished with Ben. Yeah, no.
No, I just got
No.
Back
well,
to Ben.
No, Glen.
I got angry and I took over, so we
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
whose turn it is
It
now.
was a bit of a hijacking, but not violent. So,
I got a little angry. We're talking about
No,
books.
talking about Dungeon Crawler Carl. I mean,
It is hard, right?
It is.
It's not hard. Dungeon
It's that
Crawler
CR
Carl.
blend. Yeah, no, it's
Also, I
tougher.
have
It doesn't roll off the
lozenge
tongue.
in my mouth, so that probably didn't help. Dungeon
It's
Crawler
harder
Carl.
to say Magical Circle Guru. guru than it is to say Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Wow.
Go on, Ben. Say it. I dare you to say Magical Circle Guru.
His mouth is like a
Magical
gymnast.
Circle Guru Guru.
Oh, you're doing
Oh,
the
he's-
guru like you're jabbing.
Guru Guru
man.
means spin.
You're cheating.
It is getting
No,
verbally violent.
Say
Magical
guru.
Circle spin.
Without the D, say Guru. I challenge you
Magical
to say it in
Circle Guru Guru.
I feel like
Alright, fine.
I'm watching a kung fu movie, but with words.
And that's the experience we're trying to bring. On 2 Books, 1 Cup.
I go, yeah, you say it better. Fine. Oh, I see.
Oh, he's using the put the D in there technique. I don't use the D technique. I use the R
courage.
technique.
Let's do roll as
All right.
R's. Oh.
All right, Ben. How do you feel that the Hávamál is culturally significant right now? Topically, our current climate.
Oh, topically. I could turn to any page and look at a quote, and I'm sure it'd be relevant to our current climate. Here we go.
I'm still.
I got you. You're going to like this. You should be only a little wise, never too wise. The happiest people throughout their lives are those who know just enough. Stop doom scrolling. You don't need to know that stuff. Only be a little wise. Only know the stuff you need to know to get yourself groceries, fill your car with gas, and go to bed. That's all you need.
A simple life. Yeah.
That is a
let's
great
see.
point.
Let's see. I'm going to turn to another page. Nope, I went too far. I'm
Keep
in
your
Beth
head
Ruth Small.
down.
You're in the sexcapades now, aren't you? You're in the sexicploits.
Yeah, I like how this book is party etiquette / penthouse forum. I mean, because that's penthouse letters.
Dear Odin,
How is
I
that?
never thought I'd be in this position.
Yeah, he's like,
Well,
well, you keep the salad forks separate when they're going down on you. You're like, what just happened? What's happening, Odin?
Here's one. Don't make shoes and don't make weapons except for yourself. If there is a flaw in the shoe or the spear shaft is crooked, your name will be cursed. You know, no good deed goes
But
unpunished.
that sounds like masturbation bashing is what that sounds like. Like, touch yourself and you're screwed in more ways than one. Not the good one.
Okay, I'm going to give Ben credit here because living in
It
a world
almost sounds
with
like
our-
more that he is recommending you only jerk off, because if you try to jerk someone else off and you do a bad job, you'll be cursed.
No.
Well,
That is
so
how you
we have to look
interpret
at
to get away from the
This is a
phallus
it's
and
a
to help Ben with
theological
his point.
conversation.
I am going to give Ben credit that, like, in the world where we have stormtroopers in our city, a lot of
Loving.
information is flying around all over the place, and I have been tempted to hand information to people that I've gotten. One of them being that there was supposed to be a big raid happening one night, and I'm like, I don't know if it's true or not, but I feel like people should, because I got a lot of friends that are out protesting and everything. So I gave it to them, and I'm like, I even said, I don't know if it's true or not, but this is something people are talking about, a big push happening, so like it might get really crazy, so just be careful. And then it didn't happen. And so my friends are like, well, you made me paranoid for no reason. And I was like, oh, sorry about that. Which is much like adding the armor that you give to other people, but I should just make it for myself because I give it to them. And if it's not right, my name is cursed with the armor. I'm going to give Ben credit on that one with what's happening in our world today.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. We talked about
Don't
matters of the heart and matters of the phallus, and no man.
Ben, I was trying to get away from the penis to help you, but now you just dove into the penis.
No, that's what I do.
You just dove for the penis, as one does when
Oh,
talking
you're a
about
cock tackler, aren't you?
Tell me,
Tackle cocks.
tell me if this doesn't sound like just modern romantic advice.
Oh, Lord.
No man should mock another for falling in love. A woman's beauty often strikes harder on a wise man than a fool.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah.
So if you're old and you're worldly, you just get hornier a lot quicker?
He's saying, if you fall in love, you can't make fun of a guy for, it's not about the bros. It's not bros before hoes. It's about if you're wise, you're going to fall in love all the time because you can see the beauty in the world in a way that these fools who just want to drink with their buddies, they can't.
Or he's saying if you lower your standards, you get laid more. I think that's what that passage is about.
I was thinking more about beer goggles.
I don't
Only
think
you
so.
know what dwells in your heart when you are alone, but nothing is worse for a wise person than to have nothing to love.
No.
Wait, doesn't that contradict? What? That contradicts
No,
the
he's
last.
just lonely. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
just thinking a lot.
it's
He's
just
lonely. This is a guy who spends most of his time in his house
Yeah. This is a
gathering
guy
up
that's
stories
coping.
from Odin.
It sounds like an
Yeah,
old
he's
guy
like, I'm
that's not
just
getting
too
any.
intelligent. That's why I keep falling in love.
It sounds like an old guy that's
most
not
of
getting
his
any.
time harvesting the souls of dead warriors at their prime in a desperate attempt to change his fate at the end of the world. But he also falls in love.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, you could look at it that way, or
hell
you
of
could
a
look at it
journey.
as a guy who took the time to sit down and write all these down was real lonely and horny all the time. That's how I'm seeing it.
I could see it both ways. Yeah, you could be like, actually, it sounds more like with the Gathering of Souls, he's trying to make his end of the universe party better. Because I mean, if he didn't gather them, no one would be there. You know, he's a lonely
true.
guy.
He would just be alone. Yeah.
Just be a lonely guy.
He
that's
needs to
not
create
getting
a
any.
completely different plane of existence.
He's like,
Yeah.
why doesn't
He does-
anyone want to
Men.
get with the wise
Sweaty
guy?
battling men.
He does go on. He does make fun. There's a whole poem where he just makes fun of Thor for no reason. Because everybody, like, in the Old Norse pantheon, like, Odin is like the god of the hanged. You know, you sacrifice. He's not a guy you want to be around. Thor is the guy everybody wants to be around. And
Chris Hemsworth. I mean,
Odin loves fucking with him. Because Thor's also kind of dumb. But Thor's only wise enough. And I think Odin's jealous of that. I think Odin's speaking from experience. He thinks himself... His problem is he's too wise.
And that's why he's miserable and no one
That's why
loves
he's
him.
miserable. He was happier when he knew less.
the curse of the wise.
He's got the curse. He has the curse of if I could take my mind the way it is and go back in time into my own body when I was like 20 years old, I'm gonna get laid. Nope, I'm too wise. Oh, now I'm fussy about who I'm trying to hit on. Oh, I don't want to smoke cigarettes anymore. It's going to cause cancer. Like all the fun stuff you did when you were stupid, you don't do because you're too wise.
Now he's like, the chicken soup is too hot. There's not enough pepper in it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
He
send
does
this
go
back.
on in one of the few comments that lasts for like more than a couple lines is a story of him striking out with a woman.
Whoever wrote this has got some real issues, and he can't let them go. I love this, and I love that nobody else in their like town or whatever knows how to write. So when they finally like somebody else that knows how to read writing, they're like, "Yeah, this is just Steve like talking about his problems a lot." But I mean, we do technically have a
It's
text
just Steve's
now.
diary.
Exactly. And they're like, "Just should we get rid of it?" Like, no, because nobody else knows how to write, so we're just gonna have to keep
Change
Steve's
some names
version.
to Odin. And, yeah, it'll be fine.
Everyone's reviewing it and they're like, this sounds a lot like Steve with his ex-girlfriend. And they're
I
like,
love there's a passage where like Steve is like everyone knows that they call him Poopy Steve because he keeps pooping his bed all the time when he sleeps. But then there's like Odin is talking about like once I had feces was arrived into my bed when I woke in the morning, and as a wise man, it's tougher to deal with that than being a dumb man or whatever. And it's like, oh god, this is Steve trying to excuse his stupid pooping in bed thing.
and he's like, no, it's not. It's Odin.
Odin said it.
Odin said it, not me, man.
Odin sharted in bed, not me. But if Odin does it, maybe it's kind of cool to shart in your bed.
You guys are
I love
always
this
doing
line,
that.
like never trust a fart or whatever, and it's just like there's a whole passage.
It's in the Hávamál, you know. It's a real thing.
It's a holy
It's
book,
normal,
man.
you're not-
This is not about me and Sandra anymore, all right? Oh, yeah, by the
Oh,
way,
my
Odin
God.
said, Sandra's a bitch, just so you know.
There is one I just found as I was flipping through it. Be a friend to your friend and also to his friend, but never be a friend to the enemy of your friend. Sandra.
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 You don't know what to
Side,
Sandra.
guys.
Yeah.
It's me or her. Own set.
I love this Steve version of the book you're reading, which is just this guy that's got a lot of petty opinions and he can't let them go.
Steve the Scald.
Now you've got me thinking of a side project, which would be me rewriting the New Testament just from my opinions of what I think Jesus should have said.
If I were Jesus, I would have told Pilate to fuck off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's got all these edgy takes.
I know all of Jesus' stuff is like, yeah, of course you're mad at me because you don't get laid a lot like I do. And he's just like, you're only hanging me up because I'm too much of a threat with all the women you want access to.
Pilot's
I
like,
hang out
I
with
think we should.
prostitutes and they don't even charge me because I'm so good.
And then Jesus
me,
flex.
Pilate.
Yeah.
Pilot's like, we
strikes
gotta
a pose.
crucify this dude because he's so dope.
Totally. Instead of like at the
He's
end of
too
the passage
wise.
where they say, and Jesus wept, it's just him on the cross and he just like flexes and his shirt rips off but his arms are still on the thing and they're just like, oh God, he's fucking cut. So yeah, I got to rewrite the New Testament now.
Totally gonna
Oh
rise
my
from
gosh.
the dead, guys. Because I'm dope as fuck. Put a big heavy stone in front of the door and I'll move that shit as a dead guy.
So this is a reference that doesn't apply to two of the people on here, but I think Elton might get it. I imagine Jesus with a hat with the brim turned up and it says suicidal on
Suicidal.
it. And he starts like all of a sudden like the theme song for like You Can't Bring Me Down. That's him rising from the dead. You can't bring me down. He's like,
His
yeah,
socks
guys.
are real high and he's just stomping. God, Jesus
Man,
is
we've
so
diverted.
cool.
Host, rein the show
Okay,
in.
Glenn.
All we wanted was
Yeah.
a Pepsi. Just one Pepsi.
I always want to say Pepsi, Mom. Shut up. Poor Ben. You don't understand.
Suicidal
Don't-
tendencies. I know.
Oh, do you? Okay, good. I
got
think.
it.
Okay, I didn't
Got
think.
it. Come on.
It's
All right, back to
Can you match the cultural significance of the Hávamál when it comes to Dungeon Crawler Carl?
You know, there's
How
a
do
lot
you
of people
feel
who
it?
would think
It
Dungeon
holds
Crawler
up to your
Carl
cultural.
Dungeon Crawl.
If you look in the mirror of Dungeon Crawler
Crawler
Carl,
how come no one can say it? Dungeon Crawler Carl. So easy. It's the easiest thing in the world. We got marbles in your mouth?
I
Huh?
do. I have a Lawson's. Hey.
Dungeon Crawler Carl in my mouth.
Oh, boom. Now that's what Jesus would fucking say. I love that.
That's some Jesus shit, bro.
Jesus keeps making it's kind of like whenever like all these alpha males have like group chats and they get really, really gay and really explicit and stuff. That's basically what Jesus would have been back then. I got you in my mouth, dude. I'm just kidding.
is that basically Dungeon Crawler Carl? Is it just heteronormative male behavior?
Yeah. No.
Is that its cultural impact?
No, not at all. They don't have that at all in there.
Really? Not at all?
Not at all.
Not even a little
There's-
bit.
No, there's not a lot of like, co-opting gay stuff to be manly. There's none of that going on in there.
No
It's just a
double
guy,
entendres, no losing.
a guy who used to be, he's a Coast Guard veteran. So he's alpha male. Brought into the story, and all he has is his underwear because he was going outside to get the cat, Princess Donut, out of a tree, and then that's when the aliens flattened everything on the earth. So all the apartment buildings instantly got flattened. Everyone inside died. It's in the middle of the night, so a lot of people are inside sleeping. Everyone dies, and they do that around the world. So he's outside at the time getting this cat out of the tree, and then he survived, and that's how they kind of have their game players, just people that weren't in their house at the time that this big flattening happened. You're in a car, gets flattened. If you're staying on the street, I guess you're fine. So he's only in his underwear to get this cat out of the tree in the middle of winter, and he, alone, cold, vulnerable, there's some symbolism there. And then he has to go into one of the underground, like, dungeon things because there's, like, these doors everywhere around the earth, and you got to go find them within a certain amount of time and go through, and then you can, like, be part of the game. He finds one, and he brings the cat with him just to stay warm because it's the middle of winter. there's symbolism there. I'm not going to sit and figure it out. You guys can do that. And then you go into the dungeon, and you have a certain amount of time where the top level, level 1, will eventually crush down, just like the way they destroyed the Earth. Then you got to work your way to level 2 before the crushing happens. And that keeps going and going and going to like level 11 or something. There's symbolism there, I'm sure you can apply. But the real thing is...
But what is the symbolism?
I'm getting to what I think the symbolism is. I can throw away the rest of these. I don't give a shit. You guys can spend your free time re-listening to this episode and make up your own and write about it. I don't care. I think the symbolism of our current times is not that there is phrases and sayings and symbolism to help you get through what we deal with on a daily basis right now, whether politically or just in your personal life. It is literally, you're unhappy, read this book. It's so dumb that you can pass the time not thinking about your problems. That is its cultural relevance.
I actually think Odin might have something to say about the symbolism of Dungeon Crawler Carl.
God, and you, the whole time I'm talking, you weren't listening to me. You were just looking up a passage to relate to the book.
No, I was listening to you because what you said reminded me
listening skills.
of a passage. No. Yeah. So we were talking about how the level collapsing symbolizes something.
Yeah,
I think it symbolizes that the only way out is through and that you need to move forward.
All right.
And as Odin would say, an unwise man thinks he'll live forever if only he can avoid a fight. But old age will give him no peace, even if weapons do. So I think Carl there has learned a valuable lesson about it might be tempting to try to carve out a little hole and just survive, but no. He has to descend into the abyss to find his way out.
Unless he doesn't, circles of hell. I get what you're saying. What I like better than your quote...
Yeah, you can
or just die. So this is where
my
Gertie,
personal favorite.
Every time anything goes wrong in the world, Gertie's like, "We should just kill ourselves." Like, stop doing that.
I was in my little office.
The best way out
typing.
is out. That's
out. And I heard my office manager talking to. So he's the clinic manager talking to the MSS manager, and they were talking about, in an apocalypse. And he was like, "Yeah, no, I would just die." I ran. I bolted out of my office. I ran to where they were, and I said, "This is a special interest of mine." And he goes, "Oh, do you have a bug out bag?" And I said, "No, I'm gonna die." And he goes, "Yeah," and we high-fived. It was great.
No, God damn it.
It was fantastic.
Because we've talked about because our friends in Germany, we've talked about what if the world's getting worse? The Germans want to come live in North Minnesota because of the giant lakes and the fresh water and all this kind of stuff. So because her husband was in the military, and so it's like, yeah, no, this is where he's
a Texan.
Go. Yeah.
So they're talking about boy stuff in Wanda, and I just we're out.
Locked
right?
in, which is like, I just want to die.
We're done. Yeah.
I want to stick around and see how it goes for as long as I can. I want to see what the story plays out until I get killed or something. Or
I know the story.
Well, in the universe of Dungeon Crawler Carl, all the podcasters were killed because they were all
in their basements.
Yeah, that's true. Sitting in their basements.
Absolutely.
All the rooms fell down on them, and that was it.
With their cubicle walls in their basements. So my argument is, how does it apply? Yeah, how does it apply to our times? Is that it helps you escape those times. It doesn't remind you of what you're experiencing. It is written in 2020, and he's writing books to this day, and has a hit television show on the way soon, by the way.
It's a pre-hit. It's a pre-hit.
So you don't feel like it really speaks for the generation. You think its significance is truly just that it's a form of escapism.
It's a form of escapism. Don't feel like it. So the interesting thing about these books,
it doesn't capture a voice.
I'm not going to... No, it doesn't speak for our generation. It does speak for our generation in the same way that, like, Supernatural speaks for the generation of the 2000s. Does that show reflect on anything of its times?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Actually. Here we go. Gertie knows everything about Supernatural. Go ahead.
No, we can't do that right now. I could talk for hours.
Okay, good. So what he's doing is you get lost in the details and the sauce of this dumb idea, which is... This author has created an RPG himself from scratch, but he won't let you play it. Instead, you watch other people play it. So it's like watching people play D&D on Twitch. You can't be a part of it, but you can see what they're doing.
I mean,
hear all
be
the
careful
stats
how much you make fun of that.
I'm not making fun of it. Like, I used to watch a lot of people play D&D on Twitch. That was what I would do in my free time. I'd put like a Twitch D&D game on, and I'd just like hang out on my couch and like look at stuff.
It's the highest form of entertainment.
Did you critique it?
No, it's good. But the thing is, as a viewer, you can't be a part of it. So you can't actually like partake in it or anything. So that's what this book is, basically. It's the same concept. Like, it's escapism, it's comforting, and also the book starts out where it's like telling you about the mechanics of the game, the heads-up displays, like each creature you're going to fight against, they give you all the stats. And when he finishes like fighting a creature, what the loot is, and explains what the loot is and what the loot does for that player. I thought, so this is just him explaining it for people that maybe never play games like this, like video games or D&D. Fine. No, every chapter, he spells out everything. And so when I looked up this like genre, that's the thing, is people love reading about the stats of every interaction that ever happens, and also the loot of every interaction that they've succeeded. And I'm like, me personally reading it, I'm like, this is boring as shit. And I just skip over all of it because I'm looking for story and I'm looking for character development. And it's kind of happening, but it's so much. It's 70. Every chapter is 70% stats and information about loot and whatever game mechanics. And then there's like a little bit of character development. So for me reading about it, I'm like, I don't get what's happening here. But the thing is, I read it and I wasn't thinking about ice in my neighborhood anymore. I was just sitting with the dog reading it out loud so you can go to sleep.
So, in the way that Moby Dick can kind of be like a sailing manual of sorts, right? Do you feel like Dungeon Crawler Carl could help you be a better D&D player?
Dungeon Crawler Carl, you can read any one of the currently 7 books that are out, and a hit television show on the way. And you can learn about how games like this are played. And then if you've never played a video game like this, or you've never played Dungeons & Dragons, fine, you can sit down and you kind of get it. Like, you can pick up on the mechanics really quickly and easily. Just like being a sailor reading Moby Dick. Unfortunately, Moby Dick has a bigger story about, like, the lust of going after a prize, and Dungeon Crawler Carl's not going to bother you with that. And that's the relief of it. You don't have to think. You're turning your brain off and just thinking about how to play this game that you are not allowed to be a part of. You're just a reader. Which is even more relaxing, because you don't have the stress of having to play the game. The dog loves it. I read it to him every night. Yeah, I get him to get in the bed, and I'll read it out loud in Glen voice the entire time. Yeah, and he'll snuggle up and like nuzzle his little face into me and stuff, and I'll just sit there and read in Glen voice. So even the dog likes it.
You mean your voice, Glen?
Mm-hmm. Your voice, Glen.
Yeah, my voice. So the cultural relevance is the escapism that I think everyone is probably doing right now on some level, whether it's TikTok or anything else. This is another form of that, which is probably very popular right now, I imagine. I think if you look back over time, they will say there was a lot of escapism going on in 2026 and whatever, however long Trump's still alive because he's so old and diseased, that people will talk about the escapism that happened during that time. And I think that's that cultural relevance.
What do you
so there,
think?
Take that.
That because it's on the DHS reading list, that it's handed out to people who want to escape certain concentrated situations in camps, perhaps.
Well, yeah. So
no, it's for the people running the concentrated situations.
Yeah, maybe. The
so
concentration camps,
they don't have to think about.
He along with other people are kind of from the old days of DHS. When he finally got in, and that was like, it was still weird, not great, but it wasn't what it is now, which is just insane and terrifying. And there's a lot of people that want to keep their jobs, so they're just doing what they do, but they're not part of ICE, they're not part of like the weird raids or the concentration camps, they're doing other DHS stuff. I think there's a lot of people in the DHS who are just like, I'm just trying to retire, so did you say there was a book you liked? They're like, yeah, I'm reading Dungeon Crawler Carl. I'm like, okay, I'll read that too. I think there's a lot of them doing that right now.
I think it's funny that old school DHS folks are reading D&D books too.
They probably know
that's
nothing
a lot
about
of D's.
it. So this is
it's just a lot of D's to me. That's what.
I see. You don't like all the acronyms.
No, I like the D. I like big D's. Yeah, a good big D.
All right, let's get back on track. Ben, the Hávamál. if you were to look towards your future and all you have to guide you is this book of zingy one-liners.
Yep.
How far do you think this would get you?
Oh, well, I just randomly looked down and saw, never go even a single step without a weapon at your side. You never know when you might find yourself in need of a spear. Seems relevant.
And oddly specific. Why a spear? It's like, well, just a spear. You don't
I don't think the author
They
had
like the
symbolism in
phallic
mind when they wrote this.
imagery.
I think it's kind of like, oh Christ, the Art of War, where it's literally just about killing people and fighting in battles, but people find meaning in it. So with this, you'd be like, oh, the spear, okay, phallus, the woman's energy. I don't know. You can find anything.
I will say there is actually a lot about loneliness in here.
Because the author Steve was saying,
Now that you guys have pointed it out, never be the first to break friendship with your friend. Sadness will eat up your heart if you have no one you can talk to.
Sandra's
oh my God,
Sandra is a
Steve is
bitch. So says the Odin.
Okay,
I can't follow a god like this who's just like,
Sandra
I'm so
left
lonely,
him,
guys.
and then they were all more.
I'm ready
her
to dedicate my
friends
life
than
to
his,
you.
no, here's a good one.
Yeah.
You should never exchange words with someone who won't see reason.
Sandra.
Sure.
All these point back to his girlfriend.
Yeah, I think this would get me pretty far.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is mixed in. When you recognize evil, call it evil, and give your enemies no peace.
Well, look at that.
Yeah,
there you
seems
go.
pretty relevant.
Yeah.
I think.
Fine.
He's onto a lot here. There is a lot about like don't trust anyone, but also like you're gonna need people, but also everyone will lie to you, but also
Yeah.
I feel like they when this was submitted to, as one does with friends and things, they're like, dude, read my book. Read the Odin book I made, and they read through it and they're like, all right, man, look, we've been talking and look, you need to talk to someone about the breakup. And he's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see. He's like, this is all about Sandra. And he's like, I don't know. I don't see it. I do not see it.
No.
I don't see it.
No,
Like,
you
I'm
know
doing
what?
great.
You know what he said, Elton? He thanked you because anything is better than the company of liars. A real friend will disagree with you openly.
Oh, look at you. You just pulled that out of your ass like real quick, real fast. That's amazing. I like this author's personal journey of like, never suffer fools. Fuck the stupid. Don't tolerate them. Blah, blah, blah. And then like towards the end of the book, it's like, you should just keep a friend just so you have someone to talk to. I'm so lonely. I'm so smart. I'm so smart, but I'm so lonely. Because of all the mistakes he made in the first half of the book.
If I wasn't so smart, I'd have friends and a girlfriend. And
And then he's got his sex adventures later, which is like, she thought she was hot, but I don't know, man. Her knees were real big, and I didn't find that attractive at all. But nobody knows that because she wears big skirts, and it just gets weirder and weirder from there.
Admittedly, I've been drawing from one part of the poem, but to go with the dungeon crawler Carl thing, he knows magic.
He's got a section about the 5 spells.
He's got a section about spells.
He knows magic.
No, the first spell is called help.
I need
It will help you.
Help.
It will help you in lawsuits and sadness and all kinds of worries.
Wait, lawsuits?
lawsuits and sadness.
Odin talks about
Sandra's been like doing
Sandra's
doing the thing where it's like, stay fucking 100 feet away from me at all times. Like this whole
what is it? Are they morning affirmations or what's the spell?
about lawsuits.
Are there ingredients or what is it?
Yeah, that's interesting.
He learned 9 spells from the famous son of Bolthor. I believe. He got these when he drank the mead of poetry. That's another myth. That's just a thing you have to know about Odin. His second spell.
His
second spell where he can heal people. The third spell, he can dull the edges of his enemy's weapons. A fourth spell,
he can understand legalese.
This is oddly specific. This is really
He has a
specific.
deep
If chains and
understanding
locks
of
are placed upon my
tax law.
limbs, I can cause them to burst.
Wait,
The limbs?
locks upon your limbs? Like you're being
Yeah,
tied
if
up?
somebody puts him in handcuffs, he can burst out.
Oh, not the limbs themselves. The bindings burst.
I love that by today's standards. That'd be like when people take like the zip ties on your wrist, and there's a way that you can like move your arms to break them apart, kind of thing. He basically is just doing the same thing with whatever their crappy attempts at binding you with chains was back then.
It sounds
It's not so much a spell; it's just like it's a technique to get out of shit.
It sounds kind of like he's like, oh yeah, you know who's fucking badass, Sandra? A guy that can just make locks blow up, which I totally can,
Exactly.
which I mean,
That's true.
totally can do. So who's awesome now?
This entire book is
Absolutely
a song
walks
of
around
Sandra.
tearing apples apart with his bare hands and phone
Yeah,
books.
or
Just
whatever
hoping
phone book would be
someday
back
she'll
then.
see.
So Greg can untie
like,
a
oh.
rope around his hands. Well,
Yeah.
guess who can blow up locks, Sandra? I mean, people. I mean,
Yeah.
Odin said that.
I mean,
Guys,
all of
I've got
the
9
Norse people.
spells from Clinton down the street. The famous, yeah, that's right, the famous Clinton down the street. I got 9 spells from him, and one of them is tearing apart parchment with your bare hands, real thick parchment, and busting out of ropes when the ropes are on you. Sandra, are you reading this? Because I can fucking do that shit. I'm fucking jacked now. I've been working out since we broke up.
I mean, Odin.
Yeah, fucking magic,
Odin
dude.
Is jacked. Like Odin is the best.
He actually I know a 16th spell. If
Oh.
I want to win over a woman and have her all to myself, I can change the mind of that lovely armed beauty and win her favor for myself. He's an arm guy.
Oh my god.
Her sinewy elbow,
Yeah.
her meaty upper part, the gentle slope that leads down to her wrist, but I lose interest past the wrist.
Yeah, not the hands.
I don't
no,
want a
hands are
woman that
gross.
looks like she
hands are like
could
little
eventually be.
arms.
Hands are like little arms.
Yeah, fingers are like little arms.
Yeah, it's just like
They
a little
are,
arm.
Well, don't do that, Ben.
All right,
All right.
Glenn.
What's the question? I lost it.
Moving
all that
towards the
babbling.
future. All of your dreams and aspirations ahead of you, and you are armed with Dungeon Crawler Carl. How's it helping you?
How's it getting in there? How's it doing it for you?
Okay, this is a strength on Ben's part. I will be honest that this book is just escapism and tediousness when it comes to details about stats and everything. This is not a book that helps you get a job. This is not a book that helps you with a break. Well, it helps you with a breakup because you can escape. Basically, this book is a constant escape hatch, is all it is, and it serves no other purpose. But life is hard. Life is not easy, and a lot of times you want to escape the stress of sitting there, standing in the shower, reviewing arguments, or you failed at a job thing, and then you feel kind of like, oh God, I'm kind of not feeling good about, like, I didn't get that job I wanted. I did really bad in the job interview, so I got this other job interview, and I'm nervous about my past experience. Am I gonna do any better? You just crawl up in with Dungeon Crawler Carl, you read it to your dog out loud, and you just kind of think about it for a while. So constant escapism is not healthy, but it is something people want because life is 50% good, 50% bad. So you're going to have bad times and you want to get away from it sometimes.
Your argument this whole episode has been that this is escapism.
Don't placate me.
I'm not placating you.
That is not what happened.
That's not what's happening here.
I don't like that you're churlish.
You're losing, and I cannot wait to debate Supernatural with you. next week.
Oh,
Do we have closing arguments?
Should we flip for who goes to the closing arguments? I actually have a
Yeah,
real coin.
yeah. Let's
my
flip.
God.
Yeah, one side.
Well, wait. I don't understand how's that gonna work because it's not like
Who
a
gets to do closing
a
arguments
velo
first?
disc.
is the coin
So
high-fiving me with
It's-
boobs?
yeah, I know.
Is there boobs on it?
Well, no, it's not boobs. It's two hands with like a
Boobs.
sun and a moon at the top, and it says yes on it. And then the back side is a skeleton with wings, and it says no. So I thought, from previous experience, every time I flip, my Zin container, I can't figure out how to do this. Like, I don't understand how fucking flipping a coin works based on this. But I thought if I got a real coin, like a fancy one, maybe it'd make more sense to me. So I'm going to flip the coin, and then we decide which one goes first.
Okay.
Okay, so we got the really cool skeleton with wings, and it says no. Ben, which one do you want to have?
Oh boy.
Yeah, pick one.
Oh boy.
Yeah, pick one. So you don't get it either. I thought the coin would make this
easier. Can we flip a
us.
coin to decide what I pick?
Oh yes. All I've got is Velo. So
okay, let's flip the Zin container to see what I pick on the coin. Yeah.
Okay, so it's heads up.
Okay.
Did you pick one?
Yeah.
Which one are you going to pick for the heads up to help you decide which one you're going to pick for the coin?
Velo.
You're picking the heads up.
Man, that's smart.
So what is that? What is your decision now with
good strategy.
A coin? Yeah,
and everyone knows that a coin toss is a strategy game.
I think I would take the winning side.
Oh, that's.
I don't know which one that is.
Good move.
So it came up as no with the cool skeleton with wings. Is that the
no,
losing?
You go first.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so then it's yes. So I think you go first then with that.
Well, look, there's like a percentage shot at either of you going first. I don't know if it's half and half or not, but it's one of them.
It's a fucking numbers game.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll go first.
And there's probabilities involved.
And no final statement could be better than the final statement of the One-Eyed himself. Now the words of the One-Eyed are heard in Odin's hall for the benefit of humans, for the harm of Jotuns. Health to you who speak them, health to you who know them, profit to you who learn them, and health to you who hear them.
Okay.
That is my closing argument. Also, I think Dungeon Crawler Carl for the future, what does it have for the future? More books.
And a fucking TV series.
Yeah, there's
more
not going to be
books that
any...
you have to be barely literate to read. Apparently, you've made
Odin's
it
not
abundantly
writing another
clear.
one of these. So.
No.
That's true. Unless this guy's got a lot of diary entries that someone found in his weird little case underneath his bed.
They find his little masturbation cave full of real sad poetry.
About staffs and spears.
He did drink the mead of poetry.
Yeah, and how they always come out crooked and everyone hates them.
And party etiquette. That's
party etiquette. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I know how to set a table, Sandra. Read it. I mean, Odin knows how to set a table.
I love that.
Odin sets it the way I do, so I'm right.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to remember. I forgot the guy's name because it's getting late for me. Damn it. He's the one that wrote The Little Mermaid. Like, he wrote fairy tales.
Hans Christian Andersen?
Yeah.
Hans Christian
Yeah.
Andersen, thank you. He kept a diary. He never had sex with anyone. He kept an extensive diary of his masturbation sessions. So if he was downstairs in the drawing room or whatever, and he met a woman, and they talked for a while, as soon as she left, he ran upstairs and jerked off to her, and then wrote about it, rated it, and had a rating system based on
Didn't he log volume?
Yeah, he logged everything. It was fucking disturbing.
Effluent?
Wouldn't you have to go into some kind of measuring device in order for that to happen? Like every time.
3 drams.
I know he's got a scale system, and he's like jerking off into it. He's like, oh, that's more than my weight system can even handle.
That looks like a little more than Wednesdays.
And you see pictures, Wednesdays. When you see pictures, I'm like, yeah, that guy's a chronic masturbator. Look at him; he's disturbing looking. Can you imagine when his ghost? When someone found that diary after he died, is like, no, like, don't.
Yeah.
No.
That's not mine. That is Odin's. No,
I imagine this guy this guy that wrote the Odin book probably has something like that. And somebody is like, Uvik,
Odin's semen volumes are perfectly normal. They're just like mine.
I hesitate to ask, did he come to any conclusions? Like, what was there a purpose ever?
He learned nothing about it.
Huh.
He gained no knowledge from his own semen extracts.
I like to think that he was hanging out with a woman, and midway through their hanging out, he's like, "Excuse me, I'm gonna go upstairs and knock one out real quick."
Pretty much, yeah.
I wrote about you in my diary last night.
Yeah.
After I finished punishing the clown, I learned that you caused me to have a greater volume than normal.
After I flog the bishop, I'll let you know how it goes with the stats.
After I slapped the orphan, I didn't really feel that I was attracted to you anymore, madam.
No, see, the volume is lower, but I think I'm dealing with a touch of the prostatitis, so it may not be much about you.
The volume was lower, but the consistency was richer.
Yeah, it almost came out kind of like a brown, which is very surprising to me. Or my testicles are rotting. I can't tell. What was my question?
Commodore guy?
Final statement.
Oh, yeah. Okay. What's your closing argument, Glenn?
My closing argument. As I said earlier, only because I thought of it at that moment and decided that's going to be my closing argument, is that we live in times that are very stressful, at least here in the United States of America, where we celebrate the Constitution. And we are stressed out, and there's like job loss stuff on the horizon, and there's all these horrible things going on. And you can sit and dwell on it. You can get great advice from some old pervert that can't get over Stephanie or whatever the fuck her name was. Sandra. You can get advice from a guy that can't give up Sandra. It has a lot of issues he's putting into his God book. Or you can just escape for a while, because it is okay to not dwell 100% on a bad thing. You can take a break from dwelling 100% on the bad thing. Think about the bad thing, then try to stop thinking about the bad thing for a while so your own mental health can feel a little bit better. I think that that's a great reason to read Dungeon Crawler Carl or to read Magical Circle Guru Guru.
Do you think the talking cat is like a metaphor for the loneliness after his girlfriend died?
You could say that, but that's a lot like finding meaning in your book when he might just be talking about you should carry a spear.
He's 100% talking about just have a spear.
Just have a weapon on you at all times.
Yeah. There's other advice I didn't go into about like, look where everybody's sitting before you enter a room.
Yeah.
Check
always
your
be
corners.
packing heat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you could do that with the cat, and you can find meaning in the cat about the loss of the girlfriend. But you have that. You have it in your mind. Oh, I wonder if this has to do with the loss of a girlfriend. And then you just read about stats, dude. Stats and loot when you finish it. All the loot. Oh, and what does the loot do? I want to know. You got 30 pieces of loot? Well, what are the stats on that loot? And how do they benefit you? What's the buffs on these loots? That gets you away from even just the symbolism of the cat. It's all escapism. And escapism is not a bad thing. You can have any therapist tell you, why don't you go take a walk outside for a while? Stop thinking about this thing. That's what this book is.
What happens when he gets out of the dungeon?
Well, that will be in the 10th book, which is not published yet. I am looking forward to it. Yeah. It's going to be a good time. I'm probably going to stay in a hotel.
It's like that one Black Mirror episode where they're surrounded by the screens and they have to work to earn credits to turn the screens off.
Yeah, right. That's going to be me on the 10th book.
That's what this book is.
I guess is what you're saying. I'm basically not going to live with you for a few months as I just read this last book really slowly in a hotel. What did he do? That little pile of shit.
He's just messing with stuff behind
I'm
me.
going to slice his goddamn
Oh,
throat.
right. His sweet little orange throat. No,
It's
you
real
won't.
small.
We all bleed red, so.
Yeah.
Oh, is there symbolism in me killing the cat? Who cares?
No, it's pretty straightforward. You would just be an asshole.
Just like Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Elton.
What?
You're the judge.
It's up to you.
What?
It's on your shoulders.
Going back to that.
You get to
What?
choose whose thing is the best.
Well, let's see. Well, I didn't listen to any of it. Just so. But I would say, from the parts I did hear, I believe that that Ben's book, Ben's thing, what he talked about, I assume had a barrier to entry, because you gotta learn a whole other language to really understand the plight of Sandra's ex-boyfriend. So
It is true.
Right. Yeah.
So I would say that Dungeon Crawler Carl is it's a little easier to get into, because who doesn't like a ridiculous inventory list of things they don't have with them and never will?
Yeah. Plus the translation thing, like whether it's Hebrew to Latin or if it's going to be whatever this language is out of this book to English, you're going to some words are going to get lost. It's hard to translate what these kind of one-for-one words or context with those words. With Dungeon Crawler Carl, you don't have any of those conflicts. You could translate this into French. Right. 206 points for this one biscuit. Easy. There's no problems translating it. Everyone gets the message clearly and without any nuance.
And nothing says adventure like math. Everyone knows this. It's listed.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
a bunch of mathletes.
It's a bunch. Yeah,
I highly disagree.
We're the coolest kids. Everyone knows this. Everybody in the football team was like, you know who I wish I could be? That guy over there with his calculus. I love that shit.
This slide ruler. That's the 1950s.
While they're popping their collars and adjusting their glasses, and they're like, they're the coolest kids, those guys. Them and the drama
popping
club.
Their collars. I don't think I've ever popped a collar. Anyways,
because you were never an athlete, all right? Listen. When you break up with an athlete, this is what you get. I mean, Odin. That's what Odin gets.
I like that he goes through a bad relationship experience, and it's like, you know what? Even God hates this, so I'm going to write about it.
Look at this weirdly topical one-liner from God about what's happening here. Isn't that weird that it's perfectly applicable to this exact moment?
Yeah, I hope she learned her lesson, because when God says it, then she's going to know that she made a big mistake.
Oh, big mistake. Big
a
mistake.
sixth spell.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
If a man carves a curse against me in the roots of a gnarled tree, I call this spell down upon that man, and his curse harms him instead of me. For I am rubber and he is glue, and what bounces off of me.
Well, he is a rubber tree.
And I love that the roots of the tree is Stephen can't even keep the one woman that would ever have sex with him. He's like carved in the root of the tree. And he's like, I rubber your glue. I'm sending this one. I'm sending it back. You can't do that to me. All right.
It's just
Elton.
Sandra has a club foot and a cleft lip. And even she won't date Steven.
Sandra's got a droopy vagina. Like
just one side.
Steve's got a little dick. I'll show you.
Her elbows look like
I don't
knees.
like that.
Wait, what was that, Ben?
The wise
Elbows
have.
look like knees.
Because he's got an arm fetish. I kind of forgot about the. Look at Ben bringing it back around. God damn it. I gotta pee real bad.
So I'm gonna go with Glen. Glen wins.
Oh, thank you.
It's more relevant, or not relevant. It just has stats.
Profitable.
Who doesn't love stats? Math.
Profitable, far more.
Ron!
Because Steven didn't make a dime off of his Odin Says line of books.
No.
Run!
So there you
All right,
go.
send us off, Gertie.
Bring
I
it
disagree
home.
with this judgment, but there's nothing I can do about it, I guess.
Why do you
I'm just
disagree?
happy I won
So-
for the second time of this entire show's career.
We'll
so I'm
we'll
happy.
see you next time.
Wait, wait.
For
Disagree.
2 books, 1 appeal.
Damn it.
Next time, I'll argue the symbolism of the hit CW TV show Supernatural, and also
That's a preview.
appeal while that judgment call was wrong. But until next time, I don't know, listen to our D&D episodes. All right, thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. I could do the underbite. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Elton techno remix.
Elton does EDM, but it's all his own mouth sounds. It's no actual.